Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie of She Shed Scrappers. So today I am back with another layout for the Peartree Cutfiles design team using the Splash Zone cut file. I am using a variety of collections for this layout. And starting off with a little bit of a rough start here. So I am using a Vicky Bouton mixed media background page, and I cut way too much off of the one side. And I went back to look if I had a second one, and I didn't. And I was just, I don't know, I really wanted to use this background page, and so I decided to make it work. So I'm documenting a couple photos of my son at a splash pad. And so that's kind of why I wanted this blue mixed media background that kind of goes up. I feel like a lot of times, mixed media, maybe it'll go down the page, but I wanted it to go up looking like the splash pad, I guess. So I don't know. It was a shame. I wanted a square. I ended up with a rectangle, but it is what it is, and we are going to make it work. So I am going to mat the mixed media page with this kind of periwinkle blue, and then I'm using a water kind of wave page for my border from a really old Bella Boulevard collection. So I wanted to make sure I had another one of these periwinkle cardstock so that I could map my photos instead of kind of gutting that page. If I didn't, I would have happily gutted that page. But again, at this point, really trying to use up my stash, and especially the cardstock. I have had cardstock in my stash forever that just needs to be used. I thought this color worked well with that kind of smallest wave color in the wave paper. And then the darker blue, obviously, of the mixed media background worked well with the larger wave color there. So for my embellishments, I'm going to be using, Keepin' Cool, I think is what it's called, from Rosie's Studio. The colors worked pretty well. I picked out a handful of ephemera to kind of play around with and see where I wanted to place it. It was kind of some aqua, which isn't really in the papers I chose, but it also had kind of that royal blue and kind of the periwinkle as well. And so I thought it was the great addition to embellish this layout. So again, just combining lots of different collections from my stash, but loving the outcome as well. I thought about using that sun in the O of the zone, but decided against it. And instead, I am going to end up actually backing some of the cut file here. Kind of once I get the placement of the embellishments and then kind of know where I want to place them, I will go ahead and back the cut file. I thought about using the waves, but I thought that would be too much. So instead, I found this scrap piece of paper that I thought worked well with the color. Again, using up my stash and scraps, and so I just traced it, and then I'm going to cut it out, and then I will actually use the periwinkle cardstock to back the kind of water splashes. So I don't make you watch all of it, but this one with the word zone, I did decide to kind of cut it all as one piece instead of each letter individually. I don't know that it really saves me any time or effort, but I decided to do it a little bit different for that one. So once that's done, again, I did use the periwinkle to add to this kind of water in the cut file. I'm just gonna start piecing everything together. Initially, when I brought out that periwinkle, or that second piece, I did think I was going to mat my photos. However, because I cut them or cut the mixed media page a little short, I didn't have much extra space, and I decided, seeing the mixed media was more important than matting my photos. If I matted my photos, pretty much the mixed media is all covered up. A lot of it's covered up anyways. You can still see some here and there, so that is kind of a shame that most of it is covered up, but I guess it is what it is. It does add a little bit extra rather than just a white background. So these tickets here, that is from a different Rosie Studio collection. It was on clearance when I bought them, and again, it just matches the colors perfectly, and so it was just great layering piece. So that is kind of set out aside from all of the collections, just to use with any and every collection if possible. So again, I'm kind of trying to follow along with how I had them placed in the beginning when I initially placed them. I did like the addition of the waves kind of on the cut file itself there. I think I might have rearranged a few of the pieces, but not a whole lot. So really, embellishing came together pretty quickly because I had already had everything kind of sat out ahead of time with I guess because of the colors. There's a lot. If you are new to Rosie Studio 2, check them out because you get so many embellishments in the embellishment pack. You get 2 of each. So there's a lot to choose from. So it saved a bunch of time by doing it ahead of time. I did have a couple of the water droplets, so I did kind of add, I think 1, maybe 2 to each of the other water droplet clusters, if you want to call them that. Am popping the clouds up on some foam tape just to add some more dimension to the layout. I think a couple of other pieces are on foam tape as well. But once I kind of piece together the rest, that is going to finish off this layout. This is an older cut file, so just search Splash Zone in the search tab and it will pop up for you. I thought it was absolutely perfect for the splash pad. So check out Peartree Cutfiles. They also have flares, stencils, and acrylic pieces. I knew I was missing one. So lots of different options, not just cut files. But again, once I kind of finished up adding the finishing touches, going through all of the different pieces of the Keeping Cool collection, I don't know that I add much more. I feel like it's quite busy as it is, so not much more to add, but looking at all of my options regardless. Again, there's so many. They've got puffy stickers and chipboard, ephemera, 2 ephemera packs, enamel dots, just a whole bunch of different supply options with each of the different collections. And sometimes it changes per collection too. So, yeah, I think that is going to finish it off. Don't forget to check out Peartree Cutfiles. I will have it linked down below if you are interested. They have digital cut files and pre-cut. So definitely check out her website. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you later. Bye, guys.